I'm just gonna cheat as much as possible to try to win this race. Okay, yeah, so on go. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, what? I thought you were trying to explain it.
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
Look at that cut, BB.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. Look at me go, dude. I'm so... Uh-oh. I want to see who wins between you guys, though. Who's gonna be first?
I got this.
Kukurin, bear. Oh, where's that pony? Pony, you is slow.
This video is sponsored by Netmarble.
Exactly, ponies are definitely slow. We're gonna talk about all things mounts in this episode. We're gonna be talking about how to unlock the black bear for free at level 50. There's also ways to unlock the other 2 mounts for free as well. We're gonna talk about those, the Silver Saint, as well as the Kukurin, which I'm going to be riding. And then we also have some tips on how to upgrade your mounts and get max CP out of the mounts, mount equipment, and then much more. So at level 50, you're gonna have the little mount pet icon pop up just right by your mailbox icon on your UI. Click that and it's going to have you talk with Hardin. Hardin is going to send you to the wasteland where you're going to have to talk with Steris, and that's going to kick off your mount quest at level 50. This is very similar to a class quest, but instead you're going to get a pet that you can ride around, making your movement speed much faster and also granting your character stats. So once you've gotten some basilisk meat and some mutant ant chew toys, you're going to take those back to the camp. Play with the bears a little bit. Once you got that, it's going to be impossible to resist doing a little rodeo on your brand new mount. Now, try to resist doing this for a long time as you do have a quest to get to, but yeah, I totally understand.
3 hours later.
So you finish your little rodeo session and actually the quest as well, and then Steris is going to hook you up with a mount summoning stone, and then you're going to be able to get your very own mount that you can ride around and also level up and upgrade to build your stats. Oh man, got the new Kukurin summon bundle. I bought it myself too, just clarification that this was not provided for me. I bought it because I wanted to look cool, I guess. Oh yeah! All right, let's go see what we got. Is it in the inventory? Look at all of that stuff. So you guys get stuff for your pets at the Summoning Circle, which is a dungeon that you can run every single day. So we pop open the dungeon. Right over there on the far right is the Summoning Circle. You undo the seal on the Holy Artifact and acquire Summoning Stones. Let's touch just a little bit more on Summoning Circle. It's basically a dungeon that you go into with up to 5 party members, and you guys are required to protect Feldheim. He's the NPC that's going to walk around to the different crystal aegises in the middle of each of these islands. He's going to be trying to activate them. You can see the blue bar going up in the middle of the screen. If he does get hit by a monster, his activation of that crystal will stop. That is not what you want. The faster that you can do this, the better. So you're trying to keep him untouched. Now, if he does get hit, the activation stops and he is also stunned for a moment. So even if he's walking from island to island here, he will actually have the dizzying symbol over his head. He'll stop for a moment, and that is what you're trying to avoid. So if you do this really well, you'll get that triple S grade, and the better you do, the more gear you'll get to level up your pet and make him much stronger. There's actually a bunch of places inside the game that you can get materials to upgrade your pets and mounts, so let's go ahead and take a look at what those actually are. The first place is inside the shop. You go open the shop, and under the Summon Boxes tab, you can find mount material boxes for sale for blue diamonds. All right, this better be good. We'll open it up. And wow, look at that. We got 10 Black Bear Summoning Stone fragments that'll help us build a Summoning Stone or eventually a Horn Flute. So another place you guys can get the materials for upgrading your mount is if you go to the trading post. Hit the main menu, go to the bottom side of the screen and select trading post, and then under category, you're gonna wanna scroll down to the bottom and select mount. It's right up above other. Then search items, and then you're gonna see all of the mount related items inside of the trading post. These are available for blue diamonds. One tip that I have for you is to sell things in your inventory that are type S or higher that are blue diamonds indicated on the avatar. That That means they are available to sell on the trading post, and you can actually earn blue diamonds here to turn these in to your mount gear. So as you can see, there's SR items all the way down to R and S, and then if you scroll up to the top, there's advancement stones and enhancement scrolls as well. So all kinds of stuff available on the trading post. Now another spot you can grab some mounts, probably the easiest spot, is open up the shop, go to the bundle tab, scroll all the way to the right, and on the bottom row, you're going to see the Silver Saint Summon Bundle as well as the Kukurin Summon Bundle. Obviously, I already bought the Kukurin Summon Bundle. You're going to get some advancement stones along with that, but the Horn Flute comes with these items, so you're going to basically get the mount with this package. Now, obviously, this is a personal decision. It does cost real money, but personally, like, I'm all about saving time, so I actually dumped some money on the Kukurin so I could ride around in style. Now, the last place to get mount materials, if you're feeling generous, you can actually open the clan, go to the clan shop, and then underneath the gift shop, you can actually buy these items as gifts for people in your clan. Check this out, a mount strengthening box, you can open these up, and then 2 times per day, you can actually gift these out to people in your clan. So if you wanted to do this, you could go ahead, pick somebody that you want to send some gear to. We'll go ahead, select Sean 2, and I'm going to go ahead and select mount strengthening box. I'll say buy, and boom, we will send a gift to Sean 2. So hopefully you like it, Sean. Hopefully it's something awesome, but that's another way you can get the mount materials sent out. So after Summoning Circle, you're gonna have some gear in your bags most likely. Let's go ahead, open that up and see what we got. Here we go towards the bottom. You can see right here we've got mount equipment boxes. We're gonna go ahead and use these. There's 18 of them because we did pretty good. We got grade triple S twice in a row, so we'll use those, and you can see that all kinds of gear comes in these equipment boxes. You say okay, and then we're on to the next piece of loot. Next up, we've got medium advancement stone boxes, and we're gonna open those up as well. There's 2 of them, and what we're getting here is 12 advancement stones. I'll explain this in just a moment, but these are used to level up your mount. Next up, we have the Summoning Stone Fragment Boxes. With each run of Summoning Circle, you get fragment boxes, and these are actually used to piece together a brand new type of mount for free, or perhaps even level up one that you currently have. So we'll open this. We've got the Kukurin Summoning Stone, and we also have the Silver Saint Summoning Stone Fragment. There's 21 of Kukurin, 9 of Silver Saint, and 38 of Black Bear, so you can kind of see that they vary in the amount that you get. Sometimes you get more than one of the other, so we'll say okay. So that's all of the pet stuff that we have. Now let's go ahead and go into our pet menu, open up the character tab, see the mounts on the far right, open that up, and here is my Kukurin. So first and foremost, let's talk about the different types of mounts. You've got the Black Bear. You can actually get one of these free from the level 50 mount quests. Now, your Silver Saint, in order to get one of these, you have to put together enough Summoning Stone fragments to eventually be able to buy the Horn Flute. So once you get a Horn Flute for your Silver Saint or your Kukurin, then you just need to make one more Summoning Stone, and then you're good to go, and you can actually blow that horn, whatever melody these animals seem to like, and then they'll appear for you, and then you can ride them into the sunset. So that's how that works. Anyways, moving on to the Kukurin, this is what I'm currently using. You can see that I've got a Type R steel boots, and those have been leveled up quite a bit. You've got the S saddle, an A steel armor, and a B steel visor. So B, A, S, and R. I'm just kind of going up the tiers. That's actually not on purpose. But let's go ahead and level up. We're going to click level up here, and we're going to select all this stuff. And what do you know? We'll just upgrade 3.5K, and we are at max level just like that. So as you can see, the stats go up, and we're going to be able to pick cash, just straight Adina, and that will actually take this up to the next tier up. So we're going to move right on up to the A tier. In addition to leveling up, you can do enhancements, and it's basically the same thing as on your normal gear, except for you're going to get pet enhancements that come through special quests, and you're going to pick them up periodically when you play the game. The last thing that you can do with your mounts is actually change the substats of a particular item. So what you can do is go in, select, say, the saddle, for example. You can click change substats here, and notice that it's physical defense as the substat. Now, you do this by using red diamonds to actually make this change, and when you do it, we'll go ahead and use a substitute blue diamonds because I don't have any red ones on me, but we'll see what happens here. Booyah, we got evasion. It bumped my CP up 160, so that was actually a net gain as far as the substat, so I'm actually going to stay right there. Once you decide that you're done leveling up your gear, it's actually probably a good idea to go ahead and take a look at the advancement stones that are at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to move my webcam for a moment so you guys can see. Right there, that blue level up in the middle, that is where you want to click. And then basically you click this, and based on the number of advancement stones that you have, I have 23. That is going to get me to level 7 out of 20, it looks like, so I say okay. And instead of level 6 now on my Kakurin, it goes up to level 7. Now, I believe the bear is easier to level up than the Silver Saint, and then also the Kakurin. The Silver Saint is easier to level up than the Kakurin, and the Kakurin, which I'm riding, is the longest to level up. So I'm at level 7 right now out of a maximum 20. Once you do hit level 20 on these, you are able to upgrade to the next class of mount, basically. So this B mount will go to an A mount, and it'll actually look a little bit different as well, a little bit cooler. One last thing on mounts is really important, basically. As you start to collect multiple of these guys, you got to remember that 30% of inactive mounts will still transfer their stats to your profile. So the Kakurin is my main mount here. My best mount gear, like the Type R boots here, the Type S saddle, I've got Type A visor and armor. Those all are on the Kakurin, and 100% of those stats, as you can see right below my combat power there, 100% of those stats, these guys, will go towards my character. However, remember that I did unlock a black bear when I did my mount quest. So you scroll up, you can highlight the black bear, and notice that a couple pieces of gear here are missing. I need to do better at filling these out because those will transfer 30% of their effect to my profile. As you can see by combat power, non-participating 30% stats are applied. To illustrate this, let's remove the saddle from the character, and you can see my stats drop by 268 CP, and when we put the saddle back on, even though the bear is not equipped, it still is going to affect my combat power. So this tells me that I need to definitely put on more armor and visors onto my black bear, even though I'm not actively riding him. So if you're wanting to know how to use those fragments we talked about to actually get something useful, like the summoning stones themselves, what you want to do is go into your workshop. You do this by going to your item menu. On the far right side, you'll see the workshop. Once you're there, find the mount tab on the right. You'll see Black Bear, you'll see Silver Saint, and you'll see Kakurin summoning stones that you can actually craft. So if you bring those up, you're going to see right here, we can go ahead and select, wow, 4 summoning stones for Black Bears. I'm going to actually go ahead and make those. Just like so. That's beautiful. And then we will go ahead and go back into mount. We'll go to Silver Saint, and it looks like we can craft 2 of these as well. To show you guys what I'm talking about, I will actually remove my webcam very shortly. 20,000 Adina right now is what you can use to bind. Boom. Done. And then lastly, we have 100 out of 100. Wow, exactly on the dot. We will go ahead and use another one of those, and we are good to go. So now we can go back into mount, and as you can see, there are 2 rare pieces of gear there. That is the Silver Saint binding horn flute and the Kakurin binding horn flute. Those binding horn flutes are basically how you call your mount into reality. So you need to craft these by using the actual summoning stones themselves. So as you can see, I am 7 away from being able to grab 1 to summon the Kakurin, and I am 8 away from being able to summon the Silver Saint. Now, the Black Bear doesn't have one because you get him for free with the mount quest. So that's how you actually get the mounts for free. I'll keep working on these in the meantime. So that's pretty much it on mounts, guys. There's a whole slew of reasons you may want to get a mount: to run faster, to jump higher, to hit harder. You can't jump in this game, but the other things are true. Anyways, you can increase your stats with mounts, you can run faster, you can look cooler. That's why I do it. But hopefully you guys learned something from this video. Had all the stuff for mounts in it. Feel free to review if you want to learn more. That being said, guys, that's all for this episode. I've got more in my beginner series for Lineage 2 Revolution coming out here very soon. Probably going to look at some dungeons coming up next. That's all I have, though, for this one, guys. This is Powerbang. I'll see you guys in the next one. See, what's this maid doing? She just walks by. You find me, like, she's the one strutting her stuff. Like, we're trying to race mounts here. Like, I don't get it.